Bro, I could just Okay, okay, this is actually better. So we sacrifice a permanent. We get rid of the otter. Bro, this is some solid opening. This is the value we want to see. Alright, Souls of the Lost. Already a 3-4 in the board. It will get scarier. Probably we will do nothing on the next turn unless we draw right. So this turn was amazing, but the next turn will be very lackluster. So, okay, land from the top, that's perfect. Okay, let's think. We could play a tap land and then go for a Marauder on the next turn. I mean, it's good. I think it's good. I don't want to sacrifice it, even though it discounts stuff. I will let my opponent, you know, do the heavy lifting of killing my creatures. Let's not do it ourselves. Very scary deck, of course. Like, we are playing against top deck of Standard right now. So, this will be a true test. Can we beat it? Sleight of Hand. Interesting tap. I believe the tapper just always takes this. Painlands are, you know, always the last. And they are not attacking. Very nice. And now that means we don't have basics, so let's actually go for, well, this is still better. Now we go for the Marauder. And now the damage starts. I'm not sure how aggressive we should be, because they have slick shots, which means that you cannot tank forever. Like, at some point you just need to go and kill them. However, with Revenant, I mean, with Revenant and Diamond Weapon, you can kinda, you know, life gain so much. Slick shot won't matter as much as usually. It's not like it won't match. Come on, it's red drop. But, you know, you can tank a huge hit like 20, 30 damage sometimes. If they go for all in. Alright, so into the Floodmaw, that's fine. Don't forget, every time they cast something on your end step. Sure. See, they just wasted 2 damage. It's not strictly a worse play, because they get tempo, but they lose damage. So it depends, you know, what they care for. Vivi. Infinite mana coming through. Okay, we need to make a play. We are not drawing enough creatures. Let's play a forest. This way we fix the mana. We can play the Marauder, and I think this is the only play. Especially that they want Monstrous Rage into something that, you know, draws cards. They have talent, that's unfortunate. This is the reason why Vivi is so powerful in this deck, because this is a mana sink of 10, it's 11 mana to, you know, fully use this card. And it's also 1-drop, so it's between 1-drop and 11 mana. So if you have infinite mana, that's pretty darn good. Yep, they can already cast Monstrous Rage, but so they kinda want to hit what? Land into Monstrous Rage, they play a land, pump Vivi, then draw a card. Not the right mana. They can go for the blue one. Still decent for them. They can get red from this, but don't forget they can only use it once a turn. This absolutely premium effect of mono red ramp with infinite card advantage. That's also a super hyper aggro deck. So it covers just all the archetypes, which is great. So yeah, they have blue mana. Okay, so this is probably opt, and they can get Vivi to 2-5. So we can trade against the Otter, we cannot trade against Vivi. I think we want to lose a creature here. As our opponent is baiting this block, thinking that we don't see the play. Of course we do, of course. They can pump it to 3-3, steal trades, and yeah, I think we've made the best decision we can. And of course 1 damage from Vivi doesn't matter, it's all about this, you know, infinite mana that they can create. Alright, that's interesting. Maybe we just kill Vivi and try to play the normal game from there. I think this is probably the best play. If they will be limited on mana, it matters a ton. Okay, I think this is the play that got us finally ahead. I need good draws. This is decent draw. I kinda wanted creature, but you know what? This is not bad. And listen, 8-8 that doesn't die to combat damage should be a good start to win the game. The problem is that they have so much card advantage in this aggro deck that they can just, you know, stop attacking you. Bro, I'm so happy I drew it. They can just stop attacking you and try to set up card advantage in like 2 turns. that completely, you know, smashes you, because you have one creature and they will make 5 creatures, all of them like 15 power, and they will just roll over you. So this is the game plan. I don't expect protection spells. If I did, I would play it completely differently. And we can start attacking if we want. And honestly, this is the play probably. So we will play this, we discard. Okay, I think we got this. I think we got this. First we attack. I don't expect to get anything. Yeah, I think we got this game. And man, I think we played it pretty masterfully. And to be fair, this top deck of Remorse was really good. It helps a ton. Let's go. We will discard a card, because we absolutely don't need so many lands. And this will be our full board for this game. 16 power, which threatens lethal. So if they go stock up, they probably will have some issues defending. Like, they play the land, which means they only have 2 mana to block, I mean, this. And we are at 20. Can you believe we are actually at 20, man? And if they don't go crazy with this, you can actually outscale them. At least temporary, because sooner or later they will get this value, but it will take, you know, too long, basically. Alright, that's how we do it. Swing call. Even if they monster strike this, they can they probably can trade against this, maybe this, but this goes through and they are losing the trainer, which means that they won't be able to defend on the next turn. Is that monster strike? It will be 4 power. I don't think it kills Source of the Lost, unless they have double spell, but this doesn't have prowess. This is a normal creature with first stats, alright? This is not one of those red creatures. Okay, this is fine. Now we can go for this. 8-8 better than 6-6. Even though this has Menace and Death Touch, with those stats everything will die anyway, so only Menace matters. And, you know, this deals so much damage. If we can keep trading every turn for like 1 or 2 creatures, we should be fine. Very bad draw, but it's okay. We can try to flip Void Warlock. Bro, we are mono red player right now. Just swing call and let the blockers do the math. Oh, this feels great, man. Just smorking best red aggro with some cool Golgari. That's the day. Alright, let's see what they want to do. This prevents all the combat damage. And every time they bounce, they sure get some value, but it's 4 mana to do this trick. Look, this is their whole turn basically. So, to be fair, our opponent is doing absolute best to try to survive, but it's still probably not enough. Let's go for the Mortuary. Overlord is an amazing draw. This is what we need. I can sacrifice a permanent, just to make sure. Alright, we will. Sacrifice a permanent, don't click the other thing, because you will lose. Here you go. It's a 6-7. And with this, I think we should be able to close the game on the next turn, and if not, Overlord is absolutely going over the top, because then we start having more than 1 card a turn, and this is where we completely break them. See, they're investing so much mana into trying to, you know, get a chomp blocker every turn that they are not making any progress. And they cannot kill those creatures, so it's just temporary that they bounce it. They need more mana, they need VV, because with this they could stock up, bounce, all on the same turn and go crazy. So I think we won, but I will just make sure we win. Swing call. The good old swing call. I should probably play the Overlord, because then Souls of the Lost grows. But I'll be honest, I think we win anyway, so I'm just trying to have some fun with our mono-red friends. Let's see. They cannot bounce anymore, they can only use 1 mana bounce, like into the Flood Maw, which I'm not even sure how many they play. Yep, the timer is very close. Down to 2, now we play the big Overlord for full value. We can even take the Rat if we want more blockers. They probably cannot kill this. Yeah, it is a nice deck, it's not the red one. Glad to see our opponent appreciating magic. And you know what, let's just take 1 mana for 2 that discards a card. Should definitely help. It's also lethal on the next turn. And I believe with this play, our opponent is fully gone. But it's crazy how long they defended. It's also... they had it. It's also crazy that we are literally at 20 against the most aggressive deck of the format. I hope you enjoyed it. That's how we do it with Golgari. So I think we go with Greeter. Now we should hit a land. We play the land, and we actually... No way. Okay, well, this is not supposed to happen. Well, we just whiffed on 4 cards and not a single land. So you generally expect to hit 1 land in 3 cards, something like this, because you know it's like 20 something to 60, right? But with this situation, we actually got absolutely punished. We still are getting punished. So at this point, it's not looking super hot. We need to start drawing cards. This can draw a land steal. Okay, well, this is as many whiffs in a row as possible. I will still go with Greeter because it seems we'll never hit a land naturally. Okay, so we are changing the plan. The draw is actually so horrible and so not what you should expect that we need to fight for value. We actually cannot out-tempo them anymore. So we need to be the defender, we need to remove all the creatures, outvalue them with our bigger creatures, trade against everything, and win the late game. That's not something I expected to do, but this is what we have to do right now. It sacrifices? Nope. So they probably won't be using it too much. It's kinda expensive. I would love to trade against this, but we cannot, so we go like this. This one gives value in the graveyard. Bro, like, we are in a game that we should not be. That's for sure. How are we still missing? I promise you, this deck actually plays lands. We don't want to play 2 mana 1/1 on turn, like, you know, 5, but we actually will. Bro, we only hit 1. Like, this is as bad as draws as humanly possible. But you know what? I think we can still do it. Do we go with Marauder or Removal? I think it's Marauder. Like, we need some good stats. We could try... I think we need to take the damage from Tifa. We need 1 turn to recover from this absolutely horrible draw. And we need to survive this 1 turn. And then we probably go absolutely over the top for, you know, from our opponent. Let's get rid of Maverick. This is not really the card we need right now. And at this point I'm keeping Town Greeter because it seems that we have 3 lands in literally half the deck. I guess those 2 were milled, but you get the idea. It's definitely not on the side we wanted. They actually did not attack because they want to kill us on the next turn. Alright, but will there be a next turn? 1 mana, 4/2, that draws 2 cards. Potentially. And they still need to discard. Man, this card is the reason this deck is so strong. Like, playing this for 1 mana feels absolutely like cheating. Like, this is not... Like, this should cost way more than 1, but it costs 1, so we take it. Cheap spell, so... Bro, how are we not hitting lands? It's fine. We'll just go with 1 mana, 5/5, 6/6 and stuff until we win. I would prefer untap land, to be honest, but I guess we don't have this luxury. Alright. Definitely the most unfortunate draws you can ever get, and I think we still win. We chill. We are the defender. We actually scale super hard, and our opponent barely scales. Like, they are close to out of gas. So, man, Town Greeter might be the only way I can actually hit lands in this game. Bro, we are over half a deck. So we are playing a deck that basically has like 8 lands right now. This is how we draw, so a little bit on the rough side. We have 4 of the Remorses, so we should soon hit the 3rd one. Maybe even on the next turn, so we can remove 3 big creatures. I should probably read what it does. Whenever another creature enters, double its power, basically. I mean, I might do it on the next creature, we'll see. They only have 2 cards, so not sure how many. Oh, well, that's a card. This cannot attack, but I don't expect them to kill us on this turn. This is our only removal, so we need to be careful. Alright, let's get our fast lands. Alright, so our opponent is trying to go absolutely over the top, but you can see, it looks scary. But when you realize they only have 1 card, and we have 27, it will reverse very quickly, and it's very hard for them to even attack right now. If they attack, they should attack with Beast Colors, I think, because we will trade, they will lose them, but they can redistribute the counters, so on the next turn they still get the same value, basically. So I think this is the right call. Yeah, they're attacking with the biggest one. No trample. We could also just go with this and buy time. I like it a lot. Because, as I mentioned, we are not getting too much out of first skill. So, okay, and this is what we want. I could heal the Hydra, which is probably nice. I think we go with this. We could also get the Lifelinker with Revenant, which is super important. We definitely go with Diamond Weapon. That's a given. So let's play it first and see if we can hit a land. That is untapped. We play those. Not really. Okay, I think we actually have to go like this. No, this is not strong enough. I think we need to go for Aether Double Removal. And this is not going exactly how we wanted. We can get rid of the Hydra. And we probably need to do it now. Okay, I think I know. We go for Surveil here, just to make sure. See, I promised you, we have lands in this deck. And we will see when they pump the Hydra, then we kill the Hydra, and then they probably cannot attack, or, you know, they attack with this and we chomp. See, like, their creatures are worse and worse, basically. And Remorse can also exile if we really care about those counters. And this is the last play. Breezy Bill. Alright, not super scary to be honest. All of those creatures have summoning sickness, so we will recover before they hit. And now our opponent is out of gas officially. I think they should attack with the biggest creatures. But now it's getting to a problematic situation when we can chomp block the big stuff and trade against the small stuff. Like, we can block with Swarm and the Diamond Weapon, you know, those tokens. So they actually don't get the best value. So our opponent is trying to find an angle to attack, and there's no good angle. I think attacking with Beast Colors is like the best value, but it might be too slow. I could even just kill this. Is that something we want to remove? Yep, I think this is good removal target. This way we solve it. We draw a card. And we don't need to even lose the creature, so it becomes easier on the next turns. Okay, what do we want to remove? Actually, there's not much scary stuff. I will go with Beast Color, because this counter redistribution can be a problem. Bro, I cannot believe that we are still in this game, even after this absolutely horrifying start. This shows you how resilient this deck is. We can sweep a little bit. We will kill our Marauder, so that's not something we absolutely want to do. We could go for Revenant. Yeah, I think this is the moment to do it. And of course we go for the biggest creature. So now, they will be behind on life every single turn. This is what? 12? We are not killing them yet, but we will on the next turn. So we just swing with this, we get 8 life, and we just chomp block on this turn so we don't die. And I mean, that should be good enough. If I go over, that's not too much. We could play another Diamond Weapon, if we don't care about this flying too much. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. What is the best creature they will have? They only have one card, this doesn't sacrifice. I think everything that blocks is good enough. So let's play this. Maybe we will hit a land, we also transform the Overlord. We missed. Do we play lands in this deck? Alright, let's go for Maverick, I guess, because then we get more value. What do we want? Let's go here, because this actually can allow lethal in case they get rid of, you know, one of the creatures or something. So I think this is the best deal. I think we should be winning this right now, on the next turn. We have enough to kill them. Everything has flying, they have no reachers, they need to swing and try to kill us on this turn. And as you can see, their creatures are big, but they are not big enough. They really needed those Beast Colors counters to basically, you know, amplify something with trample like Tifa. And they cannot attack, which means that we can attack. Flyers, go! Can you believe we actually won this game? Pretty decisively. And this is the power of this deck. Once you get going, most decks cannot keep up in this type of decks. And you can already start getting the... Bro! We discounted it all the way to 1 with like a single meal. Oh, this is glorious. Okay, it went way faster than I expected. We still need, you know, some discount for weapon, and we're against dinosaurs, so this could be a little bit scary. This will probably hit for 6 on the next turn. Do I want the land? I want the land for the next turn, that's for sure. So we could kill the... So I think they dropped the 3 mana Hammerhead. This hits for 6. And I think we have to tank it for 1 turn, so we can keep going with Up the Beanstalk. Like, setting up this card is absolutely incredibly important. This is like the main card of the deck. And Diamond Weapon is a super good addition. Like, I have to say, after playing with the old version without this card, this just feels like an absolute powerhouse. Especially that it costs, you know, 2 mana. So this is a little bit better. Whenever 1 or more you create treasure, whenever you cast artifact spell, create a 3/1. Once a turn. Alright. There's trample, so no sense in blocking. We'll get something without the tramp. We could kill this. And also discount our stuff. Maybe I should block just for the discount. I actually didn't consider this. If we go for this, we get less of a discount. I want my stuff, my free stuff. So I think we go like this, and when they play a big dragon, we kill it at the end step, and then we start with this on the next turn. I think this is the play. I don't want to exile the Mavericks, because then you have 1 less discount, so it's not a good play. Not early game, it's better for later when you have, like, you know, 12 creatures, so we don't need 12 discount. You just can do better with 10 discount. But for now it actually super matters, because we still didn't get it to 2 mana even. Alright, let's see. I think our opponent is in a little bit of trouble. They missed 3-drop, so their opening is not perfect, ours as well. But we are doing better job, because without the Beanstalk we can smooth everything out. This can kill a creature, but it doesn't matter too much. We actually want it in the graveyard, I think. So I can kill it and save the creature. And you know what? I actually don't want to. Because now this is cheaper, and maybe I can double spell if I hit right. Sure? I know what you think. Sloth, you are giving them too much value. Well, you will see. You will see. It won't be close once we get going. And I want to drop this because every point of mana that we use is actually incredibly meaningful. Maybe I should kill it after they kill the creature, but it shouldn't matter, because this is going absolutely over the top of what they have. And now we can kill the bigger dinosaur, because this doesn't matter anymore. It does nothing right now. So it's basically killed without using a card. And those treasures do not matter as well. The best they can do is probably drop a tally. We just kill a tally, and they get 1 of our cards, and that's it. But once we get going with this, we'll draw so many cards that we'll just burn them under the value. So you can give your opponent like, you know, 1-2 extra cards if you know that you are drawing 10. Like, they are not winning on the long game, and you also make sure they don't win on the short game. You don't need to win by, you know, 10 cards. You can just win by 7. It's fine. Alright. This is kinda important because it's an artifact. Okay, I'm not super happy about this play. I wasn't playing around Kogla and Jidaro. This is good for them, right? Not much we can do here. Alright, so this is their play. Good for them. So now actually we will kill this so they don't get the trigger. And we also want to draw cards because we don't have anything big that triggers Up the Beanstalk. So we do it mostly to draw cards. I'm super sad that weapon died. I really hope it will survive because it's so hard to kill, especially for a red deck. But this... where are you? Oh, it shuffles itself. This one actually destroys an artifact. It doesn't deal damage. And of course it's not go for the fraud. Alright, that's fine. It doesn't do too much. We have enough to start fueling stuff, so I think honestly we just play this. This is a good creature. This is a bit of a slow burn. But this way we get the maximum value out of this card, and we also denied their... Like, they got those 2 treasures to play this. That's the only thing they got for the whole game. And we instantly killed it, while also drawing a card and setting up the board. Now they need to deal with misery, and it's literally the worst play we have. Bro, I will gladly trade. Man, we are getting more and more ahead with every turn. So it feels that our opponent is like doing stuff, threatening, but in reality they are just, you know, getting out of gas very soon. And when you see, when we get going, probably on this and the next turn already, this won't be close at all. And we should start hitting untapped land every turn? Nope. Alright. Maybe not. Yes, this is the best card of the deck. And now we keep the removal, because now they need to do something on this turn. After this turn, they will break so hard, it will be hilarious. I really think they have Etali, because the reason they have this is to ramp into 7-drop faster. That's a cool one, I didn't actually see this. Artifact spell, I wonder what artifact spells they have. They must have some. Well, now we know. Oh, this is basically like the classic sacrifice effect for 2 mana. Oh, this is nice. Like, basically they don't lose anything on doing this, except like instant speed, right? So pretty nice synergy overall. But it's, you know, this is just not the type of synergy that can beat our deck. It's just way too weak. And this is the turn when we, for the first time, actually show how hard we can go. Let's draw 3 cards probably. We need to be careful so we don't mill. That's probably the only real win con, that we might mill ourselves. Not much else, honestly. We'll probably play Revenant soon, so it goes to the graveyard if they try to threaten us, so we can, you know, get a weapon. We played the untapped land. Yeah, this is the moment when we start to be aggressive. And there's not too much they can do. This is 8 damage. They can take it, but it will put them into lethal range on next turns. So this is probably worth it. But that means we are getting more and more ahead in the board. I actually can kill the other one. This is pretty good. And you know what? I will mill my opponent, because every card we have in the deck right now is just, you know, free value. We go for Souls of the Lost. We sacrifice a permanent. You can see this deck can do insane things. Once you get going, normal decks cannot keep up with you. Like, you basically need to play a control or something to keep, you know, with those threats. And now we set up the Revenant, so it makes it easier to stabilize, to get flying, and Omega Weapon. Like, by the way, the name is actually from Omega Weapon, because I was always so excited for those weapons from Final Fantasy, and they were like so cool. Alright, I hope you liked it. Alright, let's go for it. We have to suck... No, don't go for Sloth. Like, I for a moment I thought maybe I can sacrifice it. I think it has to be a creature. It has to be a big creature. Now we have a 2/3, which means the cat cannot attack through it. And this is probably a cat deck, right? Like aggro. Alright. See? We just saved 2 damage. And we'll keep saving it for a while. We need to get into the point where we can play Marauder. So far, very rough as we expected from this opening. Without Up the Beanstalk, you don't have this huge engine. Our opponent instantly finds answer to literally every permanent in the game, which is fine. So we are starting to get hit. We don't have much time, but we still have some. Those next 2 draws will be absolutely crucial. I mean, this is something. This is a creature. I cannot target it because of the ward, of course. Alright, so this goes into the graveyard. Gets the discount, and Up the Beanstalk, a little bit slow, but we need to get to this card. This is, you know, the main engine. Maybe we can target their 3-drop. They have Lords in this deck probably, so that's something we can hit. Oh yes, as you can see, absolutely perfect. Whenever another creature you control enters, on this creature, so this gets the counter. I would love it to not get the counter. They cannot attack with the Lions. Why would you not attack with the... Oh, they expect that we might have a stab or something like this. It will debuff it? Well, we would just kill it then. That's a weird one. I think they should attack with this. But with Up the Beanstalk, our problems are gone. This is the card you need to solve everything. And we also have nice amount of removal. So we are overdrawing removal, but it's actually very good. Because this is like the main card for the matchup. Okay, so now they can swing once. Do we block it with Maverick? Yes, because then we get the discount. Maybe we can even hit the last card and start, you know, drawing cards ourselves. Oh man, we can actually kill something. Do I want to? One, alright? Just this once. Just this once. I won't kill more creatures, but this one I absolutely have to. We draw a card, we get tons of value, and we have already 4, so this should probably draw a card and get them to top deck mode. So I think it's super worth it. Okay, right from the top is actually super nice. And this is the opponent. And you can see how moment you start scaling and synergizing between those cards, bro, what was the card? We hit Rise the Past. What is this? +2/+2. And they are gone because now we can block, we get everything back. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed, and today we came prepared. I said that this is the best Golgari and that indeed is the version with the highest win rate. This actually has pretty decent one, it's at 53 point something%. You have the stats on the screen. There are 2 versions right now that have enough games to show stats. The other one is you know, underperforming pretty heavily, so this is the version you should be going if you want to win games, use new Final Fantasy cards, and play Golgari. This is your deck, and you will get to Mythic with this one, because with this win rate you can absolutely grind to Mythic, and if you are curious about my results with the deck, sure, why not? 4-0. We actually didn't drop a game with this one, so I'm pretty happy with it. And Diamond Weapon is absolutely fun card to use. The Void Warlock didn't shine too much, but it fits the, you know, the spot. And Town Greeter is absolutely amazing addition that allows you to mill while also, you know, getting clats, fixing your draws, and, you know, powering through the graveyard. But Diamond Weapon is definitely like the main new card for this deck, and it's fun, bro. You can block red creatures, you can hit them so hard, and you don't need to even do mavs because this prevents all the combat damage. So just swing and you know it's not your problem. So a bit of mono red gaming. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is, you know, you got the stats, so you know what's up. This is a solid deck that I really enjoyed. So I know we have a lot of Golgari fans, so this one should hit the spot. And you know, guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate you. And just for the record, mono red is still higher win rate by a big margin. So if you want to rank up with, like, at any cost, it's always mono red. It's always mono red. But this one is good enough and it's way more fun. So I hope you liked it. Thank you guys for watching until the end, and thank you to all the patrons, you know, that care about the channel and its future. So you guys are absolutely cool. So yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys tomorrow. With